Good morning and welcome back. We're here with Diane from St. Francis Care out of Murphysboro, and we're going to talk all about what you guys have in store for the new year. I'm sure you guys are really looking forward to 2024. What are some big things that you guys have in store?
Well, we're looking forward to closing the book on 23. You know, lots of returns from COVID, and you know, it's just, we're hoping for a brand new year, new start, lots of adoptions. We're getting ready to replace our cat house.
Oh, wow.
We had a very generous donation for Giving Tuesday, or SI Gives, and so it enabled us to buy a new building, and so we're excited about that because capital improvements are important to us, and so that's a big deal. That's going to happen in January, and basically, you know, it is in the end of the year, and so if you have any, you know, tax benefits by donating, we are a 501(c)(3), and we appreciate every dollar that we get. Our operating budget is between $850,000 and $900,000, so we're approaching $1 million just to stay open. And minimum wage goes up another $1 January 1. So we are an expensive operation to save these little guys, but well worth, you know, well worth your money and your investment, because I always say we make our money $5 at a time. So, you know, $5, $10, $20, it's all tax deductible, and we need it.
Yeah, and do you know that when a person donates that money, they know that it's going to an amazing cause, and it's saving the lives of these precious animals who maybe were brought up in a terrible life, and now they're going to go into a home that is happy and loving. So you just know that your money is going somewhere that is being appreciated.
And we are large enough that we have to be audited, and the audit proves that 95 cents out of every dollar does go to the direct care of these animals. And I just saw something on Facebook this last week about, like, the CEO of one of the big animal organizations makes like $2 million a year. And so, you know, you're donating to his salary, where, you know, we are using 95 cents out of every dollar, and the 5 cents, I don't even know where that goes, but obviously something that they don't consider for, but that is an unbelievable stat. Our auditor is always very impressed that 95 cents out of every dollar goes to the direct care of Arlo and everybody like him.
Exactly. And so I know that you guys host quite a few fundraisers throughout the year. Do you guys have any big fundraisers in the beginning of the year, anything like that?
We will have our trivia night coming up in February, and that's big, and that's at the Murphysboro American Legion, and we'll stay tuned for our Facebook and our website, and you're just going to fall asleep. And you can check on those dates. We'll have our big golf scramble. Not till the end of the year, though. We're going to have it in October at Apple Creek, which is a new golf course in McCanda, and so that's going to be exciting. But we do events all along to try to keep funds coming in, and we're so blessed because we have a lot of people just drop by food. They drop by bleach. They drop by newspapers. And so we just couldn't survive without our supporters and our donations. And before we wrap up, I want to make sure that we haven't had cold weather yet. But we're going to. We can't, you know, keep having, I mean, I listened to Brian, we're not going to have these 50, 60 degree days, you know, forever. So please, please, please make arrangements. If you're one of those people that your dog can't be inside, I think you're crazy. But matter of fact, we don't even adopt for, you know, an outside dog. But if you think that your dog has to be outside, make sure the doghouse is insulated. Make sure you have, you know, a heater to keep the water from freezing. But, you know, consider being a human being and bringing your dog inside, because I cannot tell you the calls that we get about, you know, an animal outside on a chain, no, you know, obvious food or water, a little cardboard doghouse, and, you know, it just makes me, makes me furious. Yes. And we legally can't do anything, but the police can. So if it's a life-threatening situation, if we get, you know, some really cold temperatures, and like this little guy, he couldn't survive outside very long. I mean, unless you have a big, you know, husky or a Malamute, you know, your dog needs to be in. Your cats need to be in. So, but if it's a life-threatening situation, call your local police. They have the authority to go get the animal, bring him to us or bring him to your animal control, and saved their life.
Yeah, that is so important, and that's, you know, really good information to have. And, you know, I think it's interesting how some people will think that, oh, the dog has a fur coat, the dog's fine. But no, they'll still get cold. Like,
Yes.
it's inevitable. Your dog is going to get cold if you leave it out.
We've domesticated them, you know, as we evolve and we get, you know, a little less hardy in our, you know, the human species, so have our dogs and our cats.
Yeah.
They're domestic animals, and so they're not as hardy as they used to be when they were pulling sleds and all that.
Right.
So, you know, you just need to be a human being and take good care of them and not let them out in really cold weather. Keep them on your couch.
Yeah, there is no doubt about that. Well, Diane, thank you so much for joining us. It sounds like the new year is going to be a great one for everyone, and I wish so much success to St. Francis Care. We'll be right back.
Thank you.